corner store, and you could know the people who work there, and you understood which stores had the best fruit, which stores had the best meat, and you could shop for value. And you could actually know the people who ran them, the bodegas on the corner. I'm sorry, I forgot the Jill Biden pronunciation, the bodegas. Those bodegas on the corner. New York City, under a socialist communist government that has said they will have city-run grocery stores, is ready for disaster. And the guy that runs Gristedes, one of the biggest chains of grocery stores in New York, has already said he doesn't want to be in business against the government. He'll move out. And he's a billionaire. He can do that. He can get out because he can do that. And that whole warning from Mondami, it was really interesting when he talked about how he's going to use all the government to change what landlords are doing. So you're going to control property, you're going to control food, you're going to control transportation, and you're going to give that to all the people. This sounds like a recipe for a very, very bad outcome. What do you think about it? 888-630-9625. Phil is in Fredericksburg, Virginia, obviously with a very interesting question, or Jasmine wouldn't have put him on hold. Hello, Phil. Welcome.
Hey, Happy New Year. Thank you, Mr. Opalka. You're awesome. Jasmine is awesome. And everybody at WMAL is awesome. But what I want to say is Mr. Mondami is supposedly a devout Muslim. And I think somebody needs to ask him two questions. Are you a devout Muslim? And two, are you going to institute Sharia law in New York City? Because if he does that, instantly all the LGBT alphabet people rights go out the window. All the liquor stores close. Everything becomes very fundamental. So it's going to be an interesting party of Muslim religious fervor that flies across New York City in the next couple of years.
Well, you bring up a really good point here. Now, Mamdani was sworn in with his right hand in the air and his left hand on the Koran. And that's the first time that's happened. The first time it's happened in New York City's history. And if we look into the Quran and we look deeply into the Quran, first of all, anybody who is not Muslim is considered an infidel. So that creates a big problem as well. Not just for our Jewish friends in New York City, but for anybody who's not Muslim and might be a Christian. So there's a big problem there. And you brought up the lack of appreciation for the LGBTQ or STVU community. And I wonder where they stand and how long it will take for a discrimination to be noted. I don't think he's going to come out of the blocks and say, hey, we're closing down all the gay bars in New York City. I think that would cause a serious problem. But there is a history of lack of appreciation for that group of people. And there certainly is a huge community in New York City. And they are part of some very vital industries in New York City, tourism industries, if you look at Broadway, just to name one. I also wonder about the dogs, though. I happen to be a dog lover, Phil, and from what I've talked to so many of my Muslim friends, they say the really, really stringent Muslims don't want dogs anywhere. So is it going to outlaw dogs in New York City? Could that happen? I wonder where this is going. I certainly think we're going to have to keep our eyes very close to what's happening in New York City. I think Mondami has some pretty big hills to climb, none of which will be able to be bailed out by Washington, D.C. I don't think Donald Trump's going to step in and bail him out for any of this nonsense. We'll see. But thank you, Phil. Appreciate it. Just to give you one more Mondami clip before I go back to the phones here. Here he was talking about the landlords.
We will not compromise on housing quality. If your landlord does not responsibly steward your home, city government will step in.
So if that landlord doesn't responsibly steward your home, the city government will step in. I got a feeling that the city government is, as he said, he's not afraid of big government. The city government's about to get very large very quickly in New York. Phones, as I said, 888-630-9625. Will in Skokie, Illinois. Hello, Will. Welcome to the Chris Plant Show.
Good morning. The one thing that Bernie keeps saying, and a lot of people on the left keep saying it, is the fair share of taxes. And if you stop to think about it, there is, which most people don't, there is no such rigorous definition of fair. Fair is always a subjective valuation. And it's funny, too, because I've heard him be asked that question many times, and he's never answered it. What is a fair share? It's basically just demagoguery. That's all socialism is built on, is greed and demagoguery and covetousness of other people's stuff. So anyway, remember, whenever anybody says fair, they're trying to crap with you. Okay? Bye-bye.
That's true. If anyone says fair, they're probably not being direct with you. And it's fairness is a very flexible word. A very flexible word, fairness. So very interesting point there. Bernie's always talking about the billionaires and fairness. They got to pay the fair share. Well, tell me what the fair share is. I think that's where a flat tax comes in. If a fair share is everybody pays the same percentage of their income, if 10% of a billionaire's salary is a good number, then 10% of somebody who's making $100,000 is a good number. 10% of a billion is a whole lot of money. And it's a whole lot of money to a billionaire, just as 10% of $100,000 is a whole lot of money to the person making $100,000. But they seem to just use it to gin up the arguments. We may have a little bit more on this if you have a thought on the madness that came out of New York City yesterday. I'll share one more moment that I thought was just crazy. When Mamdani named all the groups, well, most of the groups he wanted to succeed in his New York. It's Michael Pelka in for Chris Plant on the Chris Plant Show.
You're listening to the Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
School absences are often due to the absence of necessary resources. But when Communities in Schools is present, students are connected to the support they need to show up ready to learn. Visit communitiesinschools.org. Being present matters.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. You deserve. Visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader on out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
As a young adult at this point in your life, you probably have a lot of questions. Like, what's next? What does my future hold? The thing is, there's no right answer, only your answer. Your friendships, experiences, and purpose. It's all your choice. So what will you choose? As you make choices about the future, the military can be a resource for information to help bring a fulfilling path into focus. A public service message from the Department of Defense. To learn more, visit todaysmilitary.com.
Your path to adult education begins with AEPP. Whether it's preparing for your GED, building your reading and writing skills, or discovering apprenticeship opportunities. Learn more today at nysep.gov/adulted. A message from the New York State Education Department.
Here at Blue Apron, we know exactly how hectic school nights can be. That's why we created Assemble and Bake. Delicious one-pan meals that make family dinner simple. Just assemble the pre-chopped ingredients and put the pan in the oven to bake. Then you're free. To help out with that last-minute diorama, shop, assemble, and bake at blueapron.com. Get 50% off your first 2 orders with code APRON50. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
Making sense of your world.
Common sense. Let's get back to common sense.
WMAL's Vince Colonnade, weekdays at noon.
Now that should give you a lot of cause for hope.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
This holiday, Verizon is giving you incredible gifts and savings you'll enjoy all year. When you switch, you'll get 4 new iPhone 17 Pros. No trade-in needed. That's right. Get 4 lines for just $25 a line and the amazing iPhone 17 Pro for everyone. Save big this holiday. Visit Verizon today. $20 monthly promo credits apply to account over 35 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply for phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
Feeling under the weather? You can teledoc that. Actually, for almost everything health-related, checkups, check-ins, and everything in between, you can teledoc that. For your physical health or for your mental health, you can teledoc all that. We've got doctors, therapists, specialists, and coaches, all available by web or app. Get started today at teledochealth.com. That's TELADOC health.com.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy Truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader on out Washington Street or online at widgetautosales.com.
It's only getting every customer's order right. It's only a point-of-sale system connected by Spectrum fiber-powered business internet, helping you track hundreds of secure transactions. And it's all backed by 24/7 US-based customer support and local technicians. It's only everything. Get Business Internet Advantage free, forever, when you get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. Visit spectrum.com/free for life to find out how. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
WMAL, making sense of the roads, because traffic doesn't always follow the pattern. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
WMAL.
As distinct as the Bogotas of the Bronx.
Those lovely Bogotas of the Bronx. Don't you miss the Bidens? I don't either. It's Michael Pelka in for Chris Plant on the Chris Plant Show. One more clip from Mamdani when he was singling out all the groups that he was sucking up to.
The authors of this story will speak Pashto and Mandarin, Yiddish and Creole. They will pray in mosques, at shul, at church, at gurudwaras and mandirs and temples.
I think he's making up some of these words.
And many will not pray at all. They will be Russian Jewish immigrants in Brighton Beach, Italians in Rossville, and Irish families in Woodhaven, many of whom came here with nothing but a dream of a better life, a dream which...
See, I think he's a good politician.
...is withered away.
This is soaring
There will
rhetoric.
be young people in cramped Marble Hill apartments where the walls shake when the subway passes. They will be black homeowners in St. Albans, whose homes represent...
He's talking, he's about to come up with one group that
a physical
he's really playing up to.
testament to triumph over decades of lesser paid labor and redlining. They will be Palestinian New Yorkers in Bay Ridge.
It's the only group that cheered. The only group that
Who
cheered.
will no longer have to contend with a politics that speaks of universalism and then makes them the exception.
Yeah, he's pandering to his base, of course. More on that, more on everything, but I want to grab one more call. Chuck in Tennessee. Chuck, you got the last word this hour. Welcome.
Hello, Mr. Tonka. Thank you for taking my call, and Happy New Year to you
Happy
and
New Year.
everybody there at WMAL. Yeah. So I was just wondering, he's always talking about how everybody's going to get their fair share. Bernie Sanders does that too. I like the way you imitate him. And who's going to decide? And are we even going to have a vote on what the fair share is going to be for all the people that don't work for a living and get all those handouts?
How dare you? How dare you say that those people don't work for a living? You're going to find out, Chuck. I'm going to share with you what these people do for a living. Do you think it's easy to pull off a scam like they're pulling off in Minnesota and in Washington? I'll explain. It's Michael Pelka. He's the guy in the mic in for Chris Plant.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 11. Good morning. I'm Scott Lynn. More details coming from the New Year's celebration tragedy in the Swiss Alps.
Officials say the death toll is likely to rise, and we are learning more information about the victims. Now, they do say among the dead and injured, there are Swiss, French, Italian, Serbian, Bosnian, Poland, Belgian, and Portuguese. No word yet on Americans, and due to the severity of the burns, it will take time to identify them. They are using DNA and dental records. Last night, the town gathered to lay flowers and candles in honor of the victims. The fire at La Constellation Bar in Crans, Montana, killed more than 40 people, and officials say the number of injured has risen to 119 others. Officials confirmed the cause as well, saying the fire started from champagne bottles with sparklers.
Fox's Stephanie Bennett regarding president's health, now in his own words.
President Trump admits to ignoring some advice from his doctors in an interview with the Wall Street Journal about his health. The president says he relies on good genetics, sometimes rejecting advice of his medical team by taking more aspirin than recommended, getting little sleep, and avoiding an exercise routine. Photographs have appeared to show the president struggling to keep his eyes open during meetings. President Trump says he sometimes just closes his eyes to relax, and pictures catch him blinking. The president also expressed regret over getting an advanced imaging scan in October because nothing was wrong, and he says it gave critics ammunition. In Washington, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
We're learning more surrounding a bizarre set of circumstances just an hour into the new year. An incident on the 9th floor of Democracy Boulevard Hotel in Bethesda, and a 911 call for police regarding an alleged armed robbery there. The would-be victims out on the ledge of the building. 7 News' Kristen Flores.
Like a scene out of a movie, Montgomery County firefighters using a ladder truck to reach the duo clinging to that 9th floor ledge. Montgomery County police say the two were in that 9th-story hotel room when a male suspect entered and tried to rob them at gunpoint. The two escaped by climbing out of the window.
Boy, oh boy, this is quite a shock.
Neither victim got hurt, and police arrested the suspect soon after.
I hate to let stuff like that stop our celebrations, but I will be more observant, don't you, about our surroundings.
For the first time in 27 years, Prince George's County residents can legally adopt pit bulls.
The county's pit bull ban was lifted effective today, following a November vote by the county council. Until today, adopters
had to show proof when they went to the PG County shelter that they lived outside of the county.
But residents
will now be allowed to go to the shelter and adopt a pit bull.
Maria Meyer of Love Paws Rescue helps save dogs from the shelter's euthanasia list in hopes lifting the ban will ease overcrowding that often forces healthy animals to be put down. The shelter euthanized more than 700 pit bulls in 2024. Heather Curtis on WMAL and WMAL.com.
Checking your money, the Dow is up 58, the NASDAQ is down 66. Up next, traffic and weather on News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
It's truck SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy Truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader in out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Coming up on 11:05 on News Talk 105.9 WMAL traffic and weather. Here's Steve Hirschhorn with the latest from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
On the southbound Baltimore Washington Parkway, still very slow down from Route 32 to the accident after Route 198. After that, though, the pace picks up on the Parkway down to the Beltway, around the Beltway, inner loop and outer loop, no delays, no accidents or incidents to slow you down unexpectedly, no road work so far. 95 southbound in Virginia is going to be slow from Lorton down to 123. Northbound 95 is moving smoothly. Southbound on 395, approaching the 14th Street Bridge, you'll be in a delay. It looks like there may be some construction set up on the bridge span in the left lane. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Partly to mostly sunny skies this afternoon, upper 30s to lower 40s, mostly cloudy overnight. Tomorrow we're trending dry, 35 to 40 degrees, upper 30s to middle 40s on Sunday. I'm 7 News meteorologist Steve Rudin, the First Alert Weather Center.
Cloudy skies across the area, currently 32 degrees in Woodbridge, 31 degrees in Durwood, Maryland, 32 degrees at Reagan National in Washington, D.C. I'm Scott Lynn on News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Of a child with disabilities who desperately needs a break, then you need to know about Jill's House. To find out more, visit our website, jillshouse.org.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app, Chris Plant.
It's really inexplicable to me because you remember how much crap they gave Joe Biden and they said it was disqualifying and oh my gosh, Sleepy Joe and all that. Donald Trump is falling asleep. He's actually falling asleep more than Joe Biden. I didn't see Joe Biden fall asleep. Perhaps there's some evidence of it. I don't remember it.
Well, now we have to worry about Don Lemon's health because apparently he's having memory issues. Huh. Perhaps we should have an intervention. And welcome to Friday. Welcome to 2026. Mike Opelka in for my pal Chris Plant. One more time, one more hour, and then I will retire to my usual spot on the bench, and Chris will return here on Monday. Thanks for being here. Hope you had a great New Year's Eve and a restful New Year's Day. And to all of you college football fans, wow, what a day yesterday. I hope you're on the right side of the wagering. A lot of things getting my attention. We talked a great deal earlier about Zohran Kwame Mamdani, the new mayor of New York City. And what looks like it's going to be a very interesting, tumultuous term for this mayor. I don't know how New York City gets through everything that Mamdani wants to accomplish. The governor has already said, hey, you really can't raise the taxes you want to raise because taxes come from the state level. I'm sure they'll try and figure out a way to do it. The reason why we played the Don Lemon clip is it seems like CNN and MS-13 now are absolutely obsessed with the Wall Street Journal story that's talking about President Trump and his health. And meanwhile, President Trump is showing you just how vibrant he is. Today, he made a stop to buy the marble for the White House ballroom. So you want to say the guy's falling apart? You want to say the guy is not capable of doing his job? And yet he's out as a great builder would do and checking out the marble for the new ballroom. Never mind that. MS-13 now is obsessed, saying Donald Trump is, well, he's just eating horribly.
There is a passage in which someone reported seeing Trump eat, and Trump at a meal, at a single sitting, ate apparently a McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese and a Big Mac and a fillet of fish.
No mention of the Coke. It's probably a Diet Coke or fries. They're so obsessed. So if someone saw Donald Trump eat, then he ate more. These are the kinds of Karens who Zoran Mandami will be installing in restaurants all over New York City to say, I'm sorry, you're not allowed to eat that much. You only get to eat your fair share. Yes, we're getting rid of rugged individualism, and we're putting in the warmth of collectivism because there's no heat in the pipes. We've already confiscated the buildings from those evil slumlords. This is crazy. Today, the fake news is going to be all about Donald Trump's health.
You are fake news.
Absolutely. Mr. Trump is going to be waging a war against the news on truth. I know I mentioned the Fraudistan story, and we're going to have to get into that this hour because there is so much news bubbling about the fraud that started popping up last week with Nick Shirley, an independent journalist, pointing out what he believed was rampant hundreds of millions of dollars in fraud that was coming out of the federal government's coffers, meaning your pocket, my pocket, and then going to these fraudsters from Somalia who were in Minnesota. And then we started hearing that the people of Ohio said, you know, we got the second largest Somali community here in the great state of Ohio. And we've noticed a whole bunch of these daycare centers here as well. And then, not to be outdone, somebody in Washington state said, well, golly, Bob, howdy, we're seeing it here too. And now we have the Attorney General of the state of Washington saying, don't you dare. Don't you dare come here and investigate this. The Attorney General of the state of Washington saying, you are not allowed. This is not something you can do. And he is threatening any state official or any individual. The Washington State Attorney General accusing journalists of, quote, harassment if they investigate fraud and fake daycares. The Attorney General, Nick Brown, put out a statement. My office has received outreach from members of the Somali community after reports of home-based daycare providers being harassed and accused of fraud, and with little or no fact-checking. We are in touch with the State Department of Children, Youth, and Families regarding these claims being pushed online and the harassment reported by the daycare providers. Showing up on someone's porch, threatening or harassing them isn't an investigation. Well, asking questions isn't harassment either, mister. Filming minors is also not allowed. This is unsafe and potentially dangerous behavior. I encourage anyone experiencing threats or harassment to either contact law enforcement. So call the cops. Call the cops on the guy who's saying, hey, I want little Joey to go to daycare. Can you give me an idea what it would cost? Yeah, that's what they're doing. Or call the Hate Crimes and Bias Incident Hotline. If you think fraud is happening, there are appropriate measures to report and investigate. Well, you guys aren't appropriately investigating it. So the journalists, the independent journalists, are doing just that. Now, the new mayor of Seattle, Katie Wilson, the one who lived in her parents' house or in their basement, has been subsidized by her parents for a long time, said in a report after the Attorney General posted that statement, I stand with the Somali childcare providers who have experienced targeted harassment, and I condemn the surveillance campaign promoted by extremist influencers. If you believe yourself to be a victim of a hate crime, please call the hotline. Now, as that is developing, as that story is being told, there is yet another story that is unfolding. A real federal investigation into fraud similar to the fraud in Minnesota's child care system. And at the center of it are 70 Somali-owned providers who face charges for submitting things like false attendance records, meaning you're licensed for 90 and 2 show up, but you still send in the bill for 90. Now, here's how it works. And there is a pretty fascinating video that's been posted out there online that talks about the Washington State in-home childcare scam. Hang on a second here. Clip. It's a very interesting breakdown of how this scam works. If you're in the state of Washington, if you're Somali, and let's say you have 4 children, and you think, gee, it's going to be tough, but the state will help you. And your sister, who's also Somali, lives in the house next door to you, and she has 4 children. And the state says, well, we can help you with childcare. We can help you with daycare. So you tell the Washington state officials that you are an in-home childcare provider, meaning your house will provide childcare for families that need it. And let's say you say, okay, I can handle 4 kids. I'll be a licensed childcare provider. Isn't that a good idea? Yes. And your sister, who lives next door with her 4 kids, also tells Washington State that she's an in-home childcare provider. Don't get ahead of me. The state says, good. Both you and your Somali sister now apply for state paid childcare because you're both working. You have a childcare business and you're willing to take children in your home, and the state will pay you to take care of those kids. But then you have to get care for your kids, which is kind of curious, isn't it? We're kind of creating this feels like a Ponzi scam, doesn't it? Stay with me on this. So you and your sister both apply for state care, and you apply for state jobs. The state of Washington, you and your sister are both approved for state child care, and you're both approved to have a child care in your home. Wow. What a scam-a-lama ding-dong. Your sister has a qualifying job being the daycare provider for your children. And you have a qualifying job being the daycare provider for your sister's children. The Washington State office pays in-home child care providers get paid between $24 and $33 an hour per child. 4 kids, $24 to $33 an hour per child. It's gigantic. So consider, let's do the math. 4 times 24, 4 kids times 24 hours times 8 hours equals $768 per day. So Sister 1 is allegedly babysitting for the 4 kids of Sister 2, who lives next door, getting paid $768 per day. Sister 2 is also getting the same $768 per day. You work 5 days a week taking care of your sister's kids, while she works 5 days a week taking care of your kids. That's $768 times 5 equals $3,840 per week for each one of you. The state is paying it. Now, in the state of Washington said, hey, it's not just 4 weeks a month, it's 4.2 weeks a month. So it's actually more than what you're thinking. There's more money in here. 4.2 times 3840 equals $16,128 a month. Are you getting paid $16,128 per month to watch your sister's kids by the taxpayers of the state of Washington? $16,128 per month paid to these people. Wow. And you're probably saying, hey, they can't receive a state paid child care because they'd be over the income requirements that it takes to qualify for it. But now you're a private business. So as a private business, the state of Washington says you can deduct your home costs and the food for the kids. You can take that away. So the food that you're feeding to your sister's kids, you can now deduct that as operating expenses, your car payments, and insurance and more. And that makes you qualify as a needy person for the daycare for your kids while you're providing the daycare for your sister's kids and she's providing for yours. Now, this scam is under investigation as we speak. It is corruption at its finest, more than $16,000 per month. This is one set of sisters. just one set of sisters. And this is why the people are starting to get outraged. But here's the weird part. The people actually starting to get outraged are now those on the left. And why are the people on the left outraged about this? Why? Could it be that the daycare providers, the two sisters who live next door to each other and are receiving $16,128 a month in government assistance for daycare? Could it be they are also big donors to the Democrats? Could it be? This is why we need Doge back again. This is why this is so insane. And it's infuriating that the Attorney General in the state of Washington considers anyone asking a question to be a harasser, and that the mayor, the newly elected progressive mayor in the city of Seattle, considers this to be potentially harassment. And the left is now getting violent. The leftists are now threatening Nick Shirley. I've got some of the quotes from Nick Shirley. You want to weigh in on this? 888-630-9625. 888-630-9625. We'll get to the threats. We'll get to your calls. It's Mike Opelka in for Chris Plant on the Chris Plant Show.
This is the Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178 or visit spectrum.com/freeforever to learn more.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader on out Washington Street or online at widgetautosales.com.
Illuminating the issues.
There's a whole lot missing here in this story, isn't there?
Every day.
Why are we the only ones reporting this?
News Talk 105.9. Making sense of the news.
I always had a private doctor. I didn't think I needed VA care. Then I learned VA is ranked above private care systems nearby and costs less. I'm getting the best care of my life with providers trained to treat veterans. Get what you earn. Visit choose.va.gov.
Not all veterans are eligible for this hyper amount of benefits mentioned here.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Clarity and context for a complex world.
I'm going to be far more thorough and specific than ever before.
News Talk 105.9. Making sense of the news.
Bettering your business takes working with the best. With the James Hardie Alliance, you gain access to leads, training, networking, and support from the #1 brand of siding in North America. Achieve new levels of success by joining the James Hardie Alliance today.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
Charmin Ultra Strong. You can use less, better than the rest. Charmin Ultra Strong. Your booty past the clean test. Charmin with texture, it's the best. Study up, teach a lesson on fresh. Your booty past the clean test. Yes, sir. Charmin Ultra Strong.
Charmin Ultra Strong with diamond weave texture cleans better than the leading one-ply brand, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
What would you do with 3 extra weeks this year? Get 50% off your first 6 months of Gusto payroll and get that time back. Gusto saves you 2 days every month on payroll taxes and compliance. So you can go from payroll runs to donut runs, crunching numbers to crushing goals, admin to adventure. Switching now means no need to transfer your payroll history either. Choose a future with Gusto and get more time for what matters. For a limited time, get 50% off your first 6 months at gusto.com/smallbusiness. That's gusto.com/smallbusiness.
What would you give for a child you loved? To make their wish come true? To help them fight critical illness? Just imagine what you'd do. You see, wishes are so powerful, and you can make them real. You can give a child back their childhood, even change the way they feel. Every single one of us can make the stars align. Because when we come together, hope and joy will shine. Wishes need stars like you. Visit Make-A-Wish at wish.org.
'Twas a night with ADT, home safe and secure. No worry, no stress, your peace was assured. But outside arose such a clatter and sound. Good thing your cameras were keeping watch all around. Inside all was calm, not a worry drew near. Each loved one protected in joy and good cheer. So this holiday season, let safety be key. When every second counts, count on ADT. Visit ADT.com and keep home worry-free.
Making sense of the media. The news media is attacking them because this is what happens when you're a Republican.
Chris Plant, weekdays 9 to noon.
Yeah, our news media, really.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
It's truck and SUV season at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Just look at the rows of trucks and the rows of SUVs ready for winter, like a Ford F-150 XLT, yours for just $37,999. How about a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, just $20,999? Or a beautiful Chevy Truck Z71, yours for $26,999. Rows of trucks and rows of SUVs during truck and SUV season at the veteran-owned Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader in out of Washington Street, or online at widgetautosales.com.
This afternoon on the Derek Hunter Show, Democrats are going to hate you anyway. We might as well make fun of them in the process. 3 o'clock on WMAL.
WMAL.
It is the Chris Plant Show. Michael Pelka in for Chris. He returns on Monday, and we'll be absolutely ready for everything that's coming down the pipe, because we do have House hearings in regards to the fraud that we're seeing in Minnesota. You're not going to see the governor, Tim Walz, testify until the first week of February, but it looks like there are some big hearings scheduled. And we still have more to get to on this topic. But the fraud is just insane. The one I just shared with you, one example, 2 sisters living next door to each other, making $16,128 per month for watching each other's kids. And you know those kids are never being watched by the other one. I keep my kids, you keep your kids, you keep your check. It's infuriating, is it not? Steve in Oklahoma knows. Hello, Steve. Welcome to the Chris Plant Show.
Hey, Happy New Year, Michael.
Happy New Year to you, brother. What's up?
Well, I had several comments. You sold a little of my thunder, but that's okay because you're a pretty good feller. So, Mr. New Mayor in New York made a comment about collectiveness. It brought back a memory. I think maybe a little off, but you guys can search it out. Back in the 30s. Commissar Stalin tried collective farming in Ukraine, and I believe he starved about 30 million people to death.
That number might be low. It might be a bigger number than that, Steve. Who knows? But yeah.
Well, like I say, you know, the cobwebs on the old gray cell sometimes need to be kicked off. So, but. On this other deal, this Minnesota and all this fraud going on, I do believe you're on the right track, but we need to zero in, like as old Joe Obama said, put them in the crosshairs. Where's the money going? Follow the money, and I'll bet you it leads back to the local Democrat Party. I used to be a Democrat years ago. I was called a Republican or a Reagan Democrat. And then I finally got smart and went all the way into Trump land. But I do believe that the the money is going. I mean, why would they be fighting so much? And here's the thing: somebody comes up at your door and knocks on it and said, "You got a daycare sign out here. How much is it if I put little Susie in here and let her, enjoy the hospitality of all the other little kids?" And they get all fussy about that. That smells. Down here we talk about the smells house.
It doesn't.
There's usually something that creates a stink.
That's right, and it certainly doesn't pass the smell test. You're absolutely right, and we're going to talk more about that and more about the threats, Steve, that have been hit and offered up against both Elon Musk and Nick Shirley and anyone who asks questions. We'll get into it just around the corner. Michael Pelka in for Chris Plant on the Chris Plant Show.
You're listening to the Chris Plant Show.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station.
Making sense of the news.
News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 11:30. I'm Heather Curtis. We now know what caused the deadly fire during a New Year's celebration at a Swiss ski resort's bar early New Year's Day. Investigators say sparklers on top of champagne bottles set the wooden ceiling on fire. One witness says a female bartender was holding the sparklers while on the shoulders of a male bartender, which sent the ceiling up in flames. Authorities plan to look into whether the material on the ceiling that was designed to muffle sound conformed with regulations. The confirmed death toll is now 40 and another 119 were injured. The man who allegedly broke into an Embassy Suites hotel room in Bethesda early yesterday morning and tried to rob the men inside at gunpoint has been arrested. Montgomery County Police confirmed the arrest to 7 News but didn't give details. 2 men in the 9th floor room climbed onto the window and onto the ledge to escape and had to be rescued by Montgomery County's Fire's Technical Rescue Team. Traffic Mother next.
This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
Here's Steve Hirshorn in the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Anyway, south of town now on 95 South, very heavy and slow from Lorton, most of the way down to 123. After that, the pace picks up. Northbound 95, pretty good right now, up to Springfield and on to 395. Southbound on 395, though, on the Southeast Southwest Freeway, pretty slow from Ohio Drive to the 14th Street Bridge. Baltimore-Washington Parkway southbound after Route 198. The accident there moved over to the shoulder. Those delays have eased up pretty nicely there. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Today, partly to mostly sunny, highs in the mid-30s. Right now, 32 in Washington. I'm Heather Curtis on WMAL.
I am Michael Rosenbaum.
I am Tom Welling.
Welcome to Talkville,
where it's fun to talk about Smallville.
We're going to be talking to sometimes guest stars. Are you liking the direction Lois is going in?
Yeah, because I'm getting more screen time.
It's good. But mostly it's just me and Tom remembering.
I think we all feel like there was a scene missing here.
You got me, Tom.
Let's revisit it. Let's look at it. See what we remember.
I
had never been around anything like that before. I mean, it was so fun.
Talkville.
I just had a flashback.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform. Let's get into it.
Introducing Genius Bank, the award-winning bank that does things differently for our kind of genius. Spelled with a J. Award-winning can mean many things, like most locations, but who still goes to the bank? For us, award-winning means Best Newcomer Bank of 2025 by Bankrate. Visit geniusbank.com. Genius with a J. Genius Bank registered trademark is a division of SMBC Manubank. Awards are independently granted by the respective publication and are not indicative of future success or results.
What would you do with 3 extra weeks this year? Get 50% off your first 6 months of Gusto payroll and get that time back. Gusto saves you 2 days every month on payroll taxes and compliance. So you can go from payroll runs to donut runs, crunching numbers to crushing goals, admin to adventure. Switching now means no need to transfer your payroll history either. Choose a future with Gusto and get more time for what matters. For a limited time, get 50% off your first 6 months at gusto.com/smallbusiness. That's gusto.com/smallbusiness.
Actor Michael Rosenbaum, he knows some of the most talented people in the business.
Let's get inside Kevin Smith. This is a great house. Who knew playing Lex Luthor would pay this well? Now I want to see Gene Hackman's place, John Cryer's place. None will be as cool. And let's get inside of the great Tom Hopper.
I always love it when you have these long form conversations because you do these press tours. They come with this energy. The host.
What's it like? So tough.
And I just love just having a normal conversation.
And that's sort of what the podcast is.
The Inside of You podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
At Grand Canyon University, we believe in equal opportunity, and the American dream starts with purpose. By honoring your sacred vocation in technology, you impact your family, your friends, and your community. GCU's certificates, bachelor's, and master's online programs can accelerate your critical thinking abilities, helping solve complex business challenges with innovative technology solutions. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
WMAL, making sense of social media because big tech can't be trusted. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
And a happy new year to you and yours. Mike Opelka in for Chris Platt. Just one more half hour, and then I'll be out of here till Chris needs me the next time. He will return on a Monday. Hope you and yours had a great New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. So much to get to today. There are a couple of important statements put out by the president this morning on Truth Social, and they always get carried over onto Twitter X. The president reports the White House doctors have just reported that I am in, quote, perfect health, and that I, quote, aced, meaning was correct on 100% of the questions asked, for the third straight time, my cognitive examination, something which no other president or previous vice president was willing to take. P.S. I strongly believe anyone running for president or vice president should be mandatorily forced to take a strong, meaningful, proven cognitive examination. Our great country cannot be run by stupid or incompetent people. President Donald J. Trump. A little response to the mainstream media's left side going after the president today, after the Wall Street Journal report raised some questions about the president's health. The president also, just within the last 2 hours, posting tariffs are an overwhelming benefit to our nation as they have been incredible for our national security and prosperity like nobody has ever seen before. Losing our ability to tariff other countries who treat us unfairly would be a terrible blow to the United States of America. Thank you for your attention to this matter. That should have just been sent to the Supreme Court, because that's kind of who we're waiting on right now, Supreme Court. We'll keep our eyes on that. I did want to share with you some of the statements made by Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley, the journalist, and yes, he's been around for a while. All these people are saying this is just a guy with a camera who walked up to a daycare and he's creating problems. No, Nick Shirley has had such an impact with his YouTube channel. He was invited to the White House to be part of this new rising journalistic class. We're actually doing what the mainstream media will not do. Nick Shirley appearing on the Patrick Bet-David podcast, talking about what the left is doing. The left, the violent left, is actually threatening him and his family.
Have you gotten any threats, like actual death threats?
Yeah, well, in person and also.
Can you tell me about that? Like, are they messaging you saying, we're going to get you? What are they saying to you?
Yeah, like they're saying, oh, it's like kirked. You're going to be kirked.
You're going to be kirked. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, like you're the next, you'll be the next Kirk.
You'll be the next Kirk, not Captain Charlie. They're sending messages. They're basically saying you're going to be kirked. But wait, there's more.
And it's just like, are you kidding me? It's not even like, I hate what's happening right now.
like I feel bad for my family, honestly, because it's like, yeah, like we didn't do anything wrong, and yet you guys are coming after me like I'm some sort of villain.
First of all, he's correct. He's asking questions. How dare you ask questions? The left doesn't like it when you ask questions, especially if you're asking questions about fraud that will take money out of their pockets, which was money taken from your pocket.
Right? So I'm like, my little sister's getting phone calls. I'm like, why are you guys doing this?
Your little sister's getting phone calls.
Yeah, from like the news. I'm like, hey, don't talk to my family. I mean, some news in India, they doxed my home, they doxed my dad, it was really weird.
Not just weird, kind of unsettling that the family of someone is being shaken down, is being put on notice, that you better stop it. Talk about mafia tactics. That's exactly what's going on here. The left is violent, and they are telling us, you will be kirked. You will be kirked. It's more than distressing. Questions coming up about this. I want to get back to some of the clips because I have more clips that show some of the fraud and how widespread it is and how long it's been going on. But the phones have been absolutely on fire today. So let's grab a call or two. George, calling from Chicago, listening on the great WLS. Hello, George. Happy New Year.
Hey, Michael. Happy New Year to you, too. I'm just curious. I think I called you last week or whatnot, but what is outraging you more? Because I've read about this back in 2019. This is an old story. And people don't trust Shirley because he's the same guy who hired Home Depot workers. He hired them and put them in front of the White House holding "I love Biden" signs as if they were protesting. This guy has no credibility.
So wait, George, are you saying that the information he's uncovered is not correct?
It's old.
Wait. Are you saying that none of this, so just because someone continues committing a crime, we shouldn't talk about it?
No, they're not continuing with this crime. He's been caught lying.
No, the crime, George, the crime is ongoing. The fraud continues. We've seen the proof of this. The fraud continues in both Minnesota and in Ohio and then now in Washington State. So you're saying that because you don't like the guy, the crime he's exposing should not be investigated?
No, what I'm saying is, how am I supposed to trust a guy? He's the same guy who also went to Ukraine when the war started.
Okay, so wait a minute. So if somebody went to Ukraine, we shouldn't talk about what they saw somewhere else. If Joe Biden went to Ukraine, if Sean Penn went to Ukraine, you see where I'm going here, George. You have selective outrage, and you really should be focused on the crimes that are being committed. What I'm upset about is the crime continues. And you brought the only point I agree with you on, George, and I thank you for your call. The only point I agree with you, this has been going on. And but for people looking the other way, it should have been stopped a long time ago. Should have been stopped a very long time ago. But thank you for your call, George. Sue in Damascus, Maryland. Sue, welcome to the Chris Plant Show.
Welcome. Thank you, and Happy New Year. I wanted to comment on what you were just talking about, these Somalis paying each other for childcare.
No, we're paying them to take care of each other's kids, and the numbers are staggering, and just these two.
Well, someone should, from the Social Security office, should be looking into the scam, because if we're paying them, they're probably getting money. They're either we're doing it or they're contracting with another mother, a friend, to take care of each other's kids, but they're really taking care of their own.
Yeah.
And they're using that to build up quarters in Social Security so they can then draw it later on.
That's
and the Social Security Administration needs to be looking into this right now.
Well, that's an excellent point. I will tell you, the Small Business Association is already doing a deep dive on this and looking into this. But you're right. if they are in fact paying into Social Security for their wages, then they are setting up Social Security fraud going forward. This is a really good point. So thank you. Great clarity. And it's always what I said, the Chris Plant audience, always the smartest people out there. Well, a couple of exceptions. I'm just saying. I want thank you, Sue. Appreciate you. I want to bring up one of the more entertaining stories that happened right after we got off the air on Wednesday on New Year's Eve. And that was the story out of Minnesota where a daycare owner who was just told after the United States government said, hey, we're turning off the money spigot. We're stopping sending you money. A daycare owner said, well, you said you're not going to pay us until we send you records and proof of the children and proof that the operation is legit. Well, what do you know? This guy's daycare center got robbed. And what do you think they took from the daycare center? No, it wasn't all those valuable computers. Wasn't any of the equipment. No, they took paperwork.
Yesterday morning, I was called by the owner because unfortunately someone came in to our daycare. We looked and saw what happened, and we saw that the suspect came in from the back, broke in from the back kitchen, and he also destroyed the wall to come in. As we walked around the daycare, we saw that our office doors was broken into as well. We saw that, unfortunately, there was important documentation, enrollment of the children, and also employee documentation that was gone.
So the people that work there, the documents about the people that work there, the documents of the kids, all the documents that the federal government was looking for, those all were taken. Because those are really important things to thieves who break into these places. The documentation. He's saying this with a straight face. That's what gets me.
There were also checkbooks that were ripped from our check papers that were from our book.
Check papers. Well, you know, the bank will shut down those accounts pretty quickly. I hope the government's already shut them down.
This is devastating news, and we don't know why this is targeting our Somali community.
We know why. You guys did this to yourself. A police investigation, according to one of the reports we witnessed, a police investigation shows that the walls that this guy claims were knocked out were actually cut from inside. Somebody broke out the wall from the inside. And the other unique thing about this guy's wearing a Yankees hat, and he's got a pair of glasses that someone said, you should know those glasses are $1,500 or $1,800 glasses. Very few daycare workers I know are spending almost $2,000 on a pair of glasses, or prescription glasses. That's style. It's all about style in those expensive cars, et cetera, et cetera. The other side of this is, and again, we just hung up with George out of Chicago, who's outraged that I'm paying attention to this fraud, billions of dollars in fraud because he doesn't like Nick Shirley, billions of dollars. We agree on the fact that it's been going on for a while. And one of the more irritating reports that has been shown is the story of a former TSA agent who said she regularly witnessed men flying out of the Minneapolis airport with suitcases filled with cash.
Suitcases filled with millions of dollars of cash. And the couriers were always Somali men traveling in pairs.
Now, if I go to the bank this afternoon, let's say I'm having some work done on the house and I want to give the contractor cash, and I go to take out $5,000, even though it's under the $10,000 limit, my bank always questions me and says, are you okay? You're taking out a large amount of cash here. Is everything all right? And I say, yeah, it's none of your business. They said, we're just making sure you're not being scammed by somebody. No, I'm not being scammed. I'm fully aware of what I'm doing. These are accounts of TSA agents saying that Somali men were leaving the country regularly with suitcases full of cash.
And they got through the checkpoint. And it just really absolutely blew my mind the first time you open a suitcase and you see millions of dollars of cash. And typically what would happen is Leo or a law enforcement officer would come, check their credentials. I don't know what kind of questions they asked them, but their IDs were always documented, and probably their plane tickets as well. So there is a trail of that out there.
So there is a trail. So these cases where law enforcement, or Leos, as this woman has identified them, that law enforcement would be called in to say, hey, this guy here's got a suitcase with $1 million in cash in. As a matter of fact, there's two guys. Each one has a suitcase. Where are they going? From Minneapolis to Somalia. Gee, why are you taking $1 million out of Somalia unless you're going to buy the entire country? This is really concerning. But she said an important fact here. There is a paper trail. If there were law enforcement reports, but why has it taken this long? And if it's been going on, she said at one point, it feels like there is $1 billion a year that she witnessed leaving the country. I can't take $5,000 out of my bank account without being grilled like a cheese sandwich. But she witnessed $1 billion coming out of leaving the country in suitcases, in cash. Couple of quick calls on this before we take a break. Mike in Texas joining the Chris Plant Show. Hello, Mike. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too. So I just wanted to point out the fact that the reason why this is an issue is because there's been fraud detected. Had Nick Shirley gone to a daycare and found children and the daycare been legit, that would mean there are people with lifetime jobs in government agencies at the state and federal level that have no problem funneling our tax money to entities, people, places, and things that don't deserve it. That's eating away at America from the inside like a cancer.
Yeah, and the only reason I can see why is that was brought up earlier. Was there a piece of all of this money going back to the local government, to the local elections, to the local politicians? We need to find that out, Mike. Thank you. Thank you for being there. One more, Mike in La Plata, Maryland. Hey, Mike, or Matt. Welcome to the show, Matt.
Hey, guys. How you doing? Thanks for taking the call. I watch current events, listen to your show, Chris Plant's show on the regular, along with everything else on WMAL. I over 20 years in the Marine Corps, I grew up in a family of 10 kids. Poverty. I really... the white privilege stuff, I can't even stand listening to it because I'm like, yeah, tell that to my childhood and all my siblings. Why is it we, do not pass go when you have a president who dereliction of duty doesn't protect the border, right? And then tries to tell us like they are. That is a head scratcher to me. How do we have Congress people that start out with, nominal amounts of money and then within 5 years they're millionaires? How do we have an attorney general in Washington? Hey, don't look here. Oh, by the way, that tells me automatically you're dirty. Why is it that automatic? We're not sitting there going through all the files. Automatic. Do not pass go. Automatic. We're digging in your stuff. It's just absolutely mind-boggling to me how this stuff can get to where it does. Head scratcher. I cannot imagine that this is not just automatically bipartisan. I can't. And when it's not, clearly it's corruption. Clearly it is. So can we wake up American people and let's get on the same page? And by the way, to Shirley, hey, he ever needs a place to stay or anything like that, or some assistance or some security, let me know. I'm more than happy to assist somebody who's doing something moral and is actually doing their job and real journalism and looking into this stuff, because that's what journalism is supposed to be about, not sitting here throwing propaganda bull
Country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. It's Michael Pelko. We'll come back and wrap up this week. I can't believe it's Friday on the Chris Plant Show.
This is the Chris Plant Show. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
If you love to travel, Capital
All
One
right,
has
that's the
rewards
news
card
for now.
for you. With the Capital One Venture X card,
I'm gonna
you earn
smoke my
unlimited
joint.
double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a
And I'll be
selection of
leaving in
luxury
about
hotels when you book on
45
Capital One
minutes to an hour.
Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to
I gotta
over
leave.
1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hi, I'm Vince Conley, host of The Vince Show and Vince Podcast. It's a show with an obsessive focus on what's good for America.
You getting one of them flags?
The headlines of all of
I
the
should
latest
get one.
stories. The Vince Show is
They say, they're really,
in-depth interviews, live
they're really nice.
and a front row seat to the most important conversations of the day. Every day. The Vince
Ah, what the matter? Hey, Matt, look at how triggered the little boys are, huh?
Making sense of the news.
Tu camino hacia la educación para adultos empieza con AET. Te ayudamos a encontrar los programas que mejor se adapten a tu rutina. Saber más en nyset.gov/adult. Este es un mensaje del Departamento de Educación del Estado de Nueva York.
Weight Watchers now offers access to affordable GLP-1s. It works for members like
I'm Haley, and I've lost 100 pounds.
That's hand rolled,
Weight
by
Watchers
the
is
way.
Everything I need, from weight loss medications to nutrition support and help with my side effects, it's all in one place.
Weight Watchers handles the insurance for you and offers affordable cash pay options. With our program, our members are losing more weight with expert nutrition and side effect support.
I'm Mike, and I've lost 135 pounds. Weight Watchers prescribing GLP-1 medications. It's been life-changing.
I'm Sharia, and I lost 80 pounds.
Oh, acid trip, you're just a fucktard. You know that?
To lose weight and feel good on a GLP-1.
Better results, expert support, lose more weight, make it last.
Acid trip, try to be a little less overbearing.
$25 at WeightWatchers.com.
You're not welcome in my chat, Acid. I'm done with your dumb ass, and I'm done with Whippermantle too. Damage has been done.
Weight Watchers.
Damage has been done.
Nightly Scroll with Haley Carolina.
I haven't announced it to make, but I'm going to wait until this news is over with. Just a few minutes. Not even a few.
Cut through the noise and get ready to scroll through the chaos of the modern world.
You're such a fucking retard, Alpesh Patel. You really are a fucking retard. You really should find your own content.
Listen on your favorite platform.
As a young adult at this point in your life,
You're a fucking idiot.
I have a lot of questions. Like, what's next? What does my future
This fucker Alpesh Patel thinks he matters out here. Sorry. You can't hide anymore either. They've changed that. You can't completely clone somebody. Impossible. You can't clone their name. You can take their pick, but you can't clone their name. The smartest thing they've done is to do that shit right there.
Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me?
I told you, JC, I'm sick of you. I'm sick of Wiggin and the others harassing other streamers. That's why I'm here. Come harass me. Come on.
Concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I didn't say you were. Now I'm going to time you out.
Whoa, he can't sleep on his stomach. Babies should always sleep on their backs in a safety-approved crib, and the sleep area should be clear of blankets, toys, and other loose or soft items. It reduces the
You're not somebody I know, so fuck off.
Yes, I need to start studying up.
If you are somebody I know, too bad I just timed you out. Sorry.
For more information, visit safetosleep.nicehd.nih.gov. Sponsored by the Eunice Kennedy Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development.
WMAL, making sense of mainstream media because the double standard is real. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
It is the end of the road for the vacation fill-in for Chris Plant on his show. It's Michael Pelka wrapping up what has been 2 great weeks here with Michael Piercy, with Jasmine, with all of you. And thank you to everybody who participated. I will ask you one more time to say a couple of prayers. If you are so inclined, pray for Victor Davis Hanson and pray hard, pray very hard for the man who gave us so much happiness with his Dillard cartoons. It's not looking good for Scott Adams. He put out a statement saying that it looks like January may be the end for him. But then again, we were told early last summer, we were told that it was going to be before the end of August. And he rallied miraculously through some miracle treatments. So a miracle may be out there. But he said he is essentially having a 0 chance, really, of recovering. So say a prayer for everybody who's fighting cancer, everybody who's...
We are one nation under God, indivisible.
National anthem.
Together.
We have racing around here. Evans Mills and Lafargeville. Yep. There's a thing on the back of me, too. Yep.
WMAL-FM Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news.
All right, I'm going to play a song, but before I do, both Rusty and Will Durant have wrenches in here. And they're just a regular moderator. So we're going to get things set straight there. Because I want to know why you're being so nice to me all of a sudden, Will Durant. You expect something back? I gave you a wrench. You don't have to if you don't want to. But this would be neutral ground. Because what I see Rusty posting in Vegas chat earlier. I'm on top of this shit, best I can be. Like I said, Will, I fully support Rusty. I do. I've never used her mother or anything. Fuck you, Patrick, New York. You're a dumb fuck. You're a dumb motherfucker, Patrick. And Rusty has she has permission to time you out. I don't care if she uses her wrench or not. Is anything my wrenches do, I can undo anyways. So it just doesn't matter. This shit's come to a head. You guys are fucking, your tour of duty is over. Wiggins a fucking touch hole. A complete fucking touch hole. That's all there is to it. You should treat every woman the same, Wiggin. You're a fucktard. I'll admit I was wrong using Whipperman's mother. But hey, him and Logical are doing what they're doing, so you're going to get what you fucking give. And Happy New Year. So we got Panthers and Buccaneers, Seattle and Seahawks, and
every good American's mind right now. There's what's happened in New York and Washington a couple of weeks ago, and we have been across the length and breadth, well, at least the breadth of this country since that happened. And I'll tell you something, we're in good shape. Yeah, we are united like I have never seen us in this country. We get ready to kick some butt, This is called an America.
You're so stupid, Paul. You really are a dumb motherfucker, Paul. Just a fat, dumb motherfucker. Just another Patrick New York and another Dougie Doug. Dougie loves his foreigners. Don't you, Dougie? You love England and Europe, and you're just fucking fascinated with them people. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do something. I'll be right back. Don't like that fucking version, but I'm going to play this song.
Well, my mama met my daddy down in Alabama. They tied the knot, so here I am. Born on the bayou on the Texas line. Loved in Louisiana, raised on jambalaya.
Gonna walk a guitar in my hand, got something to fold into a good band. Don't roll till I'm 3 years old. Don't teen, I'm stealing the show. Money's a burn and the girls are pretty. It didn't take me long to learn that I was born to boogie.
When I was 18, I
Look at Hollywood, the girl is better than girl to be good. Son, young girl like and it's too much fun. What the fuck is wrong with these fucking people? Ah. Fucking Christ.
He said, son, we got a deal for you. I'm going to make you a star. You get 50,000 too. I told him, mama, didn't raise no fool. I'll take your money. I'll make you move. I tell you right now, I was born to boogie.
Fucking just to delay me.
Well, my name is Bo Seagulls. I drink a whiskey by the gallon and I never back down and I love a good challenge. What I do now is what I did then. I like to get down to all my rowdy friends. Now I can be sweet and I can be mean. I still got my heat. My shades are chrome, my guitar steel. If you think I won't, then believe me I will. Get down on me, baby, 'cause I ain't been ready. I was put in a party and I was born to boogie.
If I were him, I'd bundle my home and auto and pick up the real victory savings.
Yeah, that's Paul from England.
No, bundle them, Jan.
He's a fat
Bundle.
fuck.
Bundle
He
and
lives
save
in
with the
South
personal price
England
plan.
somewhere.
Like your neighbor, State Farm is there.
On the English
Do
channel.
you want free internet forever? You got it. We're offering free fiber-powered internet when you switch.
And he's a fat fuck. Got tattoos on his hands. Oh, he thinks he's cool. Thinks he's a tough guy.
I hear people talking bad about the way they have to live here in this country. Harping on the wars we fight, griping about the way things ought to be. I don't mind them switching sides and standing up for things they believe in. When they're running down our country, man, they're walking on the fighting side of me. They're walking on the fighting side of me. Running down a way of life our fighting men have fought and died to keep. If you don't love it, leave it. Let this song that I'm singing be a warning. When you're running down our country horse, you're walking on the fighting side of me. I read about some squirrely guy who claims that he just don't believe in fighting. And I wonder just how long the rest of us can count on being free. They love our milk and honey, but they preach about some other way of living. And when they're running down our country, man, they're walking on the fighting side of me. They're walking on the fighting side of me.
Fuck you, Wiggin.
Running down
You trash your fellow American. I fucking hate you, prick. You fucking toothless fucking wonder.
If you don't love it, leave it. Let this song that I'm singing be a warning. When you're running down our country, man, you're walking.
Come on, Wiggin.
the fighting side of
You won't
me.
let me on your panel.
You're walking on the fighting
You afraid I'm going to
side
turn your
of
mic
me.
down? What a fucking coward. Think that ever stopped me at JC's? Shut up, fucking Paul, you dumb fucker. God, you're fucking stupid. Yeah, I'll let you prove your stupidity. Go ahead, keep posting, you fat fucker. You turn everybody's mic down. Duh. You're begging to be my friend. You want me to be your friend. Fuck off.
Get 4 Samsung.
Holy fuck, you're an ignorant motherfucker. Go ahead. Make yourself look stupid.
Bounty is 2 times more absorbent.
This is a better audio. Yeah, you are begging. You're a beggar. You're a fucking beggar. You're in here begging. Why you even here? You don't like me. If you don't fucking like somebody, why go to their chat? You think you're gonna troll me?
Well, the eagle's been flying slow, and the flag's been flying low.
Fucking loser.
People saying that America's fixing to fall. But speaking just for me, and some people from Tennessee,
fucking queer.
we got a thing or two to tell you all. This lady may have stumbled, but she ain't never failed. And if the Russians don't believe that, they can all go straight to hell. We're gonna put her feet back on the path of righteousness.
Telling you right now, Doug, these are your friends. That's where I met these fuckers, was at your chat, Doug. So all them motherfuckers that are coming here like that, they represent you, Doug. You don't respond or anything. Come on up, Doug, because I want to ask you something. fucking sad to see one of my fellow Americans do what they fucking do out here. It's really sad. Pisses me off. Ignorant motherfuckers. Why'd you just move to Europe, dog? Just get the fuck out of New York State. But you can't because of your workers' compensation. Look at the anger. No, you're angry. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. You don't like me. Why are you in my chat? It's that simple. You don't like me. Why are you even in my chat? Why are you even in my chat if you don't like me? Patrick? Why even fucking come here? Because you're not getting any attention at home. There's nothing for you at home. You're in chat all day long. You are Pat Clarkson, and you're stuck up Wiggins' ass. And Wiggin is a chicken shit. He won't come on my panel. And he begged me to go live. Now he's trying to make like I asked him. Say goodbye, Paul. Fucking loser. Come on.
As an executive, I see.
I was born to boogie. See, here's something you guys don't know. All right. And I have a feeling that Rusty's saving it. Because Rusty knows she can come up here anytime and play anything she has. And I'll let her do it. And what she played yesterday was gold, brings back fucking memories. You guys will never drive a wedge between me and Rusty. I don't care if she's mad at me or not. She's a woman. And that's all there is to it. She's not a guy. So I'm going to treat her like a woman. I'll treat her like a lady, too. Will Durant, you did me one favor. Rusty's done me a whole bunch of favors. You got a long ways to catch up, boy. But you got a wrench in here. So if you want to talk to Rusty, you go right ahead. You guys right on even keel right here. Wiggin, your old lady just likes looking at pictures of Billy. She wishes you had fucking teeth. Or she wishes that I had all your money. But then again, I might have my own money. I don't need your fucking money. Fucktard. You're a fucking loser, Wiggin. Talk about me going live at 2 o'clock in the morning. There's been fucking many times I've fucking gone live at that time of day. You fucking cokehead motherfucker. Look at this. You're gonna come up using my mother's name. You're gonna post a comment in my backstage. Sorry, you're not using my mother's name, and you're getting banned. If you come in my backstage and you do that, I'm just gonna ban you. Acid Trip is fucking mad. What's the matter, boy? What's the matter, stick man? Twig boy? Somebody snap you in half or something? You're over there. You jumped right on the bandwagon when Will came in with that picture. Oh, he did me a big favor by doing that. Look at the last call. Whipperman blocks me. He won't even troll me with my mother's picture now. He blocks me. Whipperman blocks me. If he knows it's me, he block that. This is why I do that. That's why this is me. Right? This is Billy right here. Because you motherfuckers will block me. Then I don't have to block you. The only one it isn't is logical. And here Wiggin is I never use Billy's mother. No, but you support logical doing it. You're accessory to the fact. If I had a picture of your daughter and I was doing that, you'd come unglued. You're already unglued, Wiggin. You're a chicken shit motherfucker. You really are. You know what, Patrick, New York? I'm about fucking sick of you. Yeah, I just timed you out for 24 hours. You can come in with another account, and I'm going to do the same thing. If anybody sees Patrick, New York, time him out 24 hours. He'll get one post, maybe two or whatever. Time that motherfucker out, and then he'll quit. You can come up on the panel, though, Patrick. You want to come up on the panel and fucking say it to my face? There's the link right there. Bring your friend Doug with you. I agree. That motherfucker needs to take a couple of weeks off, maybe a month, get his shit together, maybe take his daughter for a walk around the block, put her in a fucking wheelchair and walk her around, for Christ's sakes. That's right, Patrick. Say goodbye. You're a fucking moron. Nobody wants to see your dribble. Go suck Dougie's dick. Oh no, Acid Trip's gonna start making phone calls. Oh. Hi, Wolfie. Welcome to chat. Sorry, Rum, you're a fucking moron. Nobody wants to see your dribble either, Rum. Go play with Mary Bernie. Rum. Go back to Vegas. Go play with fucking Alpesh Patel or something. You don't belong here, Rum. Zenny and Wolfie are welcome in my chat. Don't worry, Gotti doesn't have a wrench. I took his wrench away. You guys think you're fucking funny, don't you? Uh-huh. You just get a new gig. You have nothing. You have absolutely nothing. Why is Acid Trip involving himself in our business? What the fuck is wrong with that man? Acid Trip is crying like a motherfucker. Wow, two people who believe in the same thing. Yeah, they've been attacking Eraser Rain since we've met her. Been over a year now. Well over a year. Going to be 2 years here. Another 3, 4, 5 months. Time fucking flying. Wilderia, I didn't give you that wrench just because that happened. You know, here comes a picture of Whipper's mom. Okay. I did that so there'd be an even keel between you and Rusty because I think you owe Rusty an apology. As a gentleman, you really should, you know. And you did use my mother in the past. And Vader uses it all the time. You little fucking creeps don't stand a chance. Wiggin can't help you. No. And I support Rusty, and for good reason. Fuck yeah. Hey, Paul Bitch Boy. Here's a fuel bill. Can you see the date on it? See, where's the date? All right. There's the date. There's the date. They delivered it Tuesday this week. $349 for 150 some gallons. $153.7 gallons. So no, my tank is full of fuel. I have fuel. My furnace is on and it's fucking freezing. Paul Beach Life, you are a true idiot. There's nothing British about you. I have no doubt that there's other British citizens that would slap you upside the fucking head because you're a moron. You fat fucker. Come on up and fucking see if my nephew shows up. DA is afraid of my nephew. So isn't Wiggin. Well, I probably don't need any more pop. Fucking hiring a crate. Well, at least Acid Trip's finally doing something decent. He's worried about Whippermantle, which is, they're all European, right? If you're English, you're European, right? If you're English, you're related to the French and the Germans and the Italians and the Slavs. So who else over there? The Croatians, whatever. Bunch of white Europeans. And when they discovered Africa, they took the beautiful girls out of there and scrogged them. I like women. I don't care what color they are. My nephew was born in 1993. He'll be 33 in March. All right, last call. I'm going to post a link. Then I have things I got to go and do. Fucking hair in my face. I'm going to go get a haircut. I'm shaving this shit off. Will Durant, Rusty said that you're the leader of the fag pack. Everybody's getting to know who the fag pack is, right? I got a whole bunch of men after me. It doesn't surprise me. Wiggin, you don't surprise me. I knew right from the get-go. The first time you accused me that I was gonna do something, right then you were projecting on me, Wiggin. That's you, Wiggin. You toothless fuck. You're all right, long as somebody comes up on your panel. And look what you did with JC. Right now, Rusty played something yesterday. I forgot all about it. So much happened. So I was on a panel. And there you were with me on Wolfie's panel. Rusty's right on top of things. Wiggin, you're fucked. Wiggin, you block me, but you're not saying you block me because I spam like other people do. They just do that on purpose. I did a little bit. I only have 2 phones that I post with. I mean, I could post with this one if I want to, but I don't because I'm always got music or something on. I like to listen to news in real time. I don't watch cable networks anymore. I gave that up a long time ago. Yeah, Will, because you really raised hell with Rusty. You really did. That's why I laugh. She says she's mad at me. Fucking, she ain't half as mad at me as she is with you, Will. I think she'd kick you in the nuts if she could get close enough to you. Will Durant. But that is a good thing you did. You let me have that picture. You owe me at least that much. I used it a little bit. I knew Acid would clone that fucking shit. He's always jumping on somebody's bandwagon. So, good luck, Whippermantle. I hope Acid gives you all of his attention. We're going to listen to this one tune, then I'm leaving. I'll come back later. You should see him play this when it's amazing.
I could have my 3rd cup of coffee for a little bit more energy, or I can book a trip that gives me life.
Oh, you fucker. I touched the wrong spot. That ruined that. Let me do this. I need to ask permission. It's an hour and 42 minutes long. Usually I like to try to go through and, get familiar with it so I know where things are and then do it. But it's always fun. I listened to her live when she broadcasted it. Oops. We don't want that fucker that loud. All right, this is the first one she did. She's Colin Sear is leader of the Fag Pack today. I put peanuts out. I had a porch full of fucking birds about 20 minutes ago. Hour and 46 minutes you were live, Rusty.
Hey again, it's me again. So you went to Coffee Man and Kelly show, right? So we're going to do a little retrospective insight here. And we're going to show some pictures and videos. We're going to show Ross Tucker getting catfished.
I'm just
by
doing the
Becky,
audio. I won't.
also known as custard cream.
You can tune into her channel and watch it as I'm doing it if you want.
Resulting aftermath of what happened, because JC put them on a stream that they thought that they were private, and
This is hilarious.
as it turned out, the broadcast was going public, and Becky, little chunkamunka that she is, she pulled out her boobies for Coffee Man right on the screen, and then JC acted like she didn't know what was happening. So anyway, we're going to do that little. We'll start off with that tidbit. You go find that clip.
I was absolutely in fucking
Disgusting.
tears of laughter
Cake-in
yesterday
face
listening to
fucking Ross
this.
Tucker. Total piece of shit in the world. Okay, so this starts out. This is JC's broadcast. Wait, I'll hold off for a minute so we can go through this. Go through the side chat here, the broadcasted chat. Let's see. Is he hidden from here? Is he hidden on this account? No, there he is. Custard cream did it for me. They all started ganging up on me after Coffee Man. Talked about, it's basically harassing me like I talked about last night. He responds.
I was in JC's a lot. I'm not saying I seen everything because I didn't see everything, but I see a majority of it. And I watched what went down. Especially this fucking Ross Tucker, his thing with Rusty and all that was going on. No, I'm not going to. No, I see that. You got away with it, but I'm not going to show you. But it's okay if I play the audio, right? I can play the audio, right? You were there, hour and 46 minutes. People got to hear this. Rusty again. People, I'm going to shove this right down his fucking throat. All right.
Everything I say because he wants me to show Kelly DiMaggio's lingerie pictures.
Can you hear it good?
That's ultimately what's going to happen here. Because that's what he requested.
Well, if they do, you can come here.
The history.
If you get struck, Rusty, you can come here if you need to.
And Kelly.
On the default. On the default.
Basically, what I said was that people have seen me because I've been in the room. I've been in a room with people, namely Ross Tucker, Kelly DiMaggio, Monica Barger, her husband Donnie, JR, and those are the people that met me from chat. How many's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kelly, Monica, Coffee Man.
That's quite a few
JR,
people to meet in person.
Donnie. I guess that's 6 people that have seen me in person. So I don't have to prove anything to anybody about what I actually look like. If people have actually seen me in person, they can say I'm fat, they can say I'm ugly, but they can't deny that they've actually been in the same room with my face. So that's opposed to somebody who does nothing but AI, who's never been on camera and who does nothing but AI pictures now because they're 72 years old. So they're doxing me, going after my ex-husbands. There's some issue with married people on here, in my opinion, about it. Kurt.
Yeah, JC, you still think it's funny? It's Billy kicked his wife in the stomach. Billy punched his mother in the face and gave her a fat lip. I'm Canadian. We're smarter than all you Americans. Fuck you, bitch. JC, I can't fucking stand you.
But remember the news article, guys, from when they bought that house. It said husband and wife, but if he's gay, I could see where he'd lie. I'm not married to Kurt. I'm never going to be married to Kurt. I've lived with him for 20 years. But anyway, let's get focused back on Coffee Man and Kelly. We're gonna see Ross Tucker's caved in, fucked up face. Have you ever seen him before?
I have his pick. Old Wiggin thinks he's Siskel and Ebert. Yeah, I don't blame you not having a picture of that dumb fuck. There it is right there. There's Coffee Man. There he is. See if we can find a different one. Oh, what the fuck? Why is there a commercial playing on this? Wow. And it got them buttons right close to where the fingers are, and it fucking it clicks on goddamn commercial and it takes you off into a different. You're a fucking loser there. I got him pretty good in fucking Vegas chat this morning. Yeah, his fucking brother kicks him out of the house. His mother just fucking didn't want to say no to him for some reason. Probably afraid of you. My mother was never afraid of me. You guys say whatever you want. You don't know shit about my sister JC, my brother Scott. You don't know shit about my nephew either. Dougie, all your little fucking friends like Andy 504 and Patrick New York and Patrick Rowe and all them scumbags from fucking over in England. Why'd you just move to England since you fucking love it so much? Just go denounce your American ship and just go live in the UK. Do something with it. Now I gotta ask, who is that? I've never seen that face before. Is that Hey Girl's fucking? Is that what Hey Girl looks like, or what? Who is this? Yeah, that fucking face. There's a long pause on that. She's showing a bunch of pictures and stuff. So I'm just after the audio, and so I don't know where the audio picks up next here. I gotta let it play.
Well, I mean, I hate to have to bring up JC again, but Ross wants her to stay in his life and stay prominent on YouTube, even when she's not here. So, basically, that's what he wants. Here's Ross and his fucked up face. That's what. I'm not gonna.
I have that picture. That's what I was looking for. But
somebody that also is bald, going to look like in 20 years.
This is funny. You just gotta wait. Be patient.
So he wanted me to show a picture. Oh, here. Oh, you know what? I forgot about his wedding picture with James Stewart and Monica. That's baby Monica. They got married. Him and James. This is obviously way before AI. Well, he wanted everybody to see Kelly's picture, so there's no nip here. Adults only. That's part of the series that she took for Spanky. And Ross just, he was just beside himself. Well, he allowed himself to get catfished because married Kelly hooked up with Spanky. So you want to know, right? What?
So Kelly did
looks like,
Spanky. That's the deal?
Since Ross wants me to talk about her all the time.
Wow. Spanky.
That's not photoshopped either.
Kellyanne. She was at JC's all the time.
Ross wants to keep this going for you, Kelly.
That's Kellyanne right there. Her and Monica were going to open a bordello. They were
Right?
the dream. They were
You're
calling
that's okay with you, right?
calling
That's what you
themselves
said, since you involved yourself with his life, right?
the dream team.
That's not photoshopped either. Neither's this. Neither's this. Or this.
One chin.
Oh, you want to see John DiMaggio who made a false protection order against me? Nah, you can tell I photoshopped her face in that. Not this one, though.
That is real. I've been on panel with her and she's turned her
Here's
camera
Monica
on.
picking her nose. Monica. I didn't want to have to do this, but Ross Tucker wants you to stay involved in YouTube.
God, you're homely, Monica. You're one homely woman. You look like you can't even fucking move. Always wanting somebody to do something for you. Because you can't fucking move. I can't deny I was on JC's panel a lot. Just as much as I was on Wiggins' panel. Wiggin wants to throw me under the bus. And he can't. I'm the one that come up with the short bus way back in Fox 46.
I said, just don't fall off.
All right, here's the audio. She shows her boob in this.
Hi, baby.
Hi, baby.
Looks real thin to me, huh?
Yeah, I can't show this.
You can see right up at the top. You can see the lovebirds.
Okay.
Like, why would you name this? How do I pause this?
Custard cream, and he's calling himself coffee cream.
Hold on a second. So right up at the top, you can see that the stream, if you look at the right-hand side, it says the lovebirds. I mean, how do you not broadcast to the public a stream that you named the Lovebird.
JC knew it was
If you
happening.
were to go,
Why
if
do you
were
do that,
part of
JC?
backstage, you wouldn't be naming it the Lovebirds, okay? So she was broadcasting this, and Becky's fat, okay? Becky had 4 kids, all right? She's a fucking fat bitch. That this fucker keeps calling me a fat person with rolls. This fucker got catfished by this woman. Okay, bye.
I said, just don't fall off.
This is weird.
Hi, baby.
She ain't no thin thing.
You want to see what I'm thinking?
Okay.
Thanks.
Oh.
It's banana, orange, kiwi, and mango.
That doesn't sound bad, though.
It's nice.
You make them with fresh fruit?
Yeah,
Yeah, right on.
I've got a freezer full of them.
Right on. Make the whole bunch all at once.
I do. I've made so many.
Do the kids like them?
No, the kids don't eat fruit. They don't even eat vegetables. I'll just have to sneak it in their food. I do like mashed potato with like vegetables in it and cheese, and then I put them into little squares, like let the mash cool, and then I put it into little squares, add the vegetables, and stick them in the oven with cheese so they crisp up, so they can't tell the difference. Hidden veggies, and then I also do homemade pizzas, and then a hard veg in the tomato sauce.
Oh, right on.
So that's how they get their veggies, and then they have fittings that's made with real fruit, and then they have sweets that are made from real fruit. So I know they're getting fruit and veg, but it's not. Well, my daughter's saying that. My daughter eats apples and bananas, but my son can't eat gags.
Sometimes bananas gag me if I eat them too fast.
My daughter.
Fucking retard thought he was gonna move to the fucking UK. You got your ass catfish, you fucking loser.
My daughter.
Did you go for your walk?
Nope. I've been lazy. Today's been real lazy. Yesterday I mowed the lawn though, so that made up for it.
Isn't that the fucking dumbest thing you ever heard? I'm lazy, but I mowed the yard yesterday. It made up for it. No response from her at all. I don't know about facial.
Say something.
Say something, she said.
Uh-oh. Go away.
Now my hair's a mess. I'll pull it back. Fuck you.
What are you doing now?
I think nothing.
You think you what?
I'll put my hat on.
Tell what you want. People are jealous.
Like who?
Listen closely, because Coffee Man says something about you, Jarl.
Jarl Wiggins.
Right.
He's an idiot, but
How you like that? How you like that? How you like that, Jarl?
Yeah, I saw
Coffee
that.
Man calling you an idiot.
I was in and out. And I saw
Way
pictures
back
of-
then.
I was like, cool.
That's at least 5 years ago.
What's the trailer? Is it like a caravan?
You know what?
I said, what's a trailer? Is it like a caravan?
No, it's a house. It's like a two-bedroom manufactured house.
Caravan.
Or 3-bedroom. And they're big. They got a living room, a dining room, kitchen, 2 bathrooms.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, I'm going to have a jumper on my arms ahead.
Hey, Wiggin, Coffee Man says you're an idiot. I don't know why he brought you up to her. I mean, he's there to see her tit on JC's secret panel.
Big socks, never sleep.
No, I'm not cold. I just bought fucking fuel this week. $350 worth.
I caught me a custard cream. I caught me a custard cream.
You make me laugh all the time.
You got you a fucking married woman with 4 children, you fucking freak.
Ooh, baby.
Well, please don't be bad. That wasn't, it was my
I've seen that. I've seen that.
That's no, definitely not.
Where?
She said, that's my left
I
nipple.
missed it. You're close.
What, you want to see it?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my God, custard cream.
Are you happy now?
Yes, you do love me. Okay, I gotta go custard cream.
Why are you gone quiet?
She loves me.
What time was it there?
It is 3:45 because
Because what?
because you showed me.
From I can only have one.
You okay, custard?
You're fine.
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
Why didn't you go on Hangout on both your phone and then do FaceTime?
And then do FaceTime.
But it's okay, now you know. You just have
I
to
was
be
trying to pull that up so I could.
Always free.
Charles Wiggins.
Right.
He's an idiot, but he was like, I'll rent you your first trailer.
Yeah, so
Like who?
Oh, who was it today? Charles Wiggins.
Right.
He's an idiot, but He was like, I'll rent you your first trailer.
Yeah, I saw that. 'Cause I was
That fucking thing is touchy. I gotta go back just a little bit more. Right there.
Did you go for your walk?
Nope. I've been lazy. Today's been real lazy. Yesterday I mowed the lawn, though, so I made up for it.
Today I mowed the lawn and made up for that. You're a dumb fucker, Ross Lester Tucker. Look at all the pretty birds.
Uh-oh. Go away. Good.
What are you doing now?
I think I'm nothing.
You think
Sitting
you are?
here. Laying here. I think people are jealous.
Like who?
Oh, who was it today? Charles Wiggins.
Right.
He's an idiot, but
So there you go, Jarl. You're jealous of Coffee Man. I'll be back later, everybody.